It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
It is showtime. Hey, what's happening, everybody? You know what time it is. No, it ain't Dame time. It is Geno Showtime. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I guess you figured out, okay, this dude, he must be Geno Jones. Very good. You're smart. You're real good. Yes, do it live, 5 days a week, unless it's a holiday, 6:30 p.m. here on the East Coast, here in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles on the West Coast, or wherever you may be. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show on my YouTube channel. You and everybody you know and don't know, everybody you like, you love, you can't stand, hate, strangers, aliens, doesn't matter. See them on the subway, supermarket, on the highway, interstate, doesn't matter. Tell them to subscribe to the biggest, baddest. Tina Turner had a song, Simply the Best. And I say that with all modesty and humility. It's the best because of you. So I got it. Listen, I got a special guest, just a really impressive young man. And we're going to talk about a baseball legend and icon. And the baseball team here, they are affiliated with the New York Yankees. I know I'm a Chicago White Sox fan, but it's all good. They're going to honor a man named Larry Doby, who has a Chicago connection. He was the manager for the Chicago White Sox at one time. And they're going to honor him. He was the second black man in Major League Baseball to play behind Jackie Robinson. And about a month later, after Jackie Robinson was brought up to the major leagues by the Brooklyn Dodgers, the Cleveland Indians, brought up a guy named Larry Doby. You can Google that, but Chris will tell you more all about it. All right, all my Geminis, it's your birthday. It's your birthday, Geminis, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Gemini. Stand up. Actress and gospel singer, and don't sleep on the sister because she can sing. Tamala Mann. You know her. Everybody, so many people know her as Cora from all the Tyler Perry movies and Meet the Browns. So Cora, Tamala Mann is 56 today. And so if we're talking about church, Thomas Dexter Jakes. You know who Thomas Dexter Jakes is? You know. T.D. Jakes. Oh, you didn't know that's what the T.D. stood for? Pastor T.D. Jakes, the pastor of the Potter's House mega church in Dallas. He's author, filmmaker. Pastor T.D. Jakes is 65 today, and he won't be needing his Social Security check because Pastor Jakes got paid. I ain't mad at him. He was doing his thing. So happy birthday to all my Geminis. So I need to pass on this news. I just got this information. So you remember hearing me talk about it if you watch the show on a regular basis or if not. There was a 26-year-old young man named Patrick Lyoa in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now, actually, his family, they were African immigrants. They came over from the Congo, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They've been living here in America. As a matter of fact, the family said they escaped the Congo because of violence and I believe a civil war. So anyway, Patrick Lyoa, on the morning of April 13th, about 8 o'clock, a little after 8 o'clock, was stopped. He didn't know why. Now, Patrick also, he spoke English, but it was not the best. So he gets pulled over by a Grand Rapids police officer, a guy named Christopher Scher, a person named Christopher Scher. So Patrick, just knowing what's happening when it comes to black men's interactions with the police, see George Floyd. I need to go no further than that. It's too many names to mention, and I've mentioned them all here. So anyway, this police pulls over Patrick Lyoa, and Patrick asked the police officer, "What did I do? Why did you pull me over?" So Patrick panics. Now he runs. Now Patrick is unarmed. He runs away from his vehicle. So this police officer decides to run and chase Patrick Lyoa down. He gets on top of his back. He pins him face down in the ground, pulls out his gun, the police officer, Christopher Scher, and shoots Patrick Lyoa in the back of the head. Well, today, that police officer was charged with second-degree murder. So the first step in the attempt to get justice for Patrick Lyola. I'll keep you updated. So let me segue to some more positive news. We are less than a day away from the weekend. Like what? Oh, about 5.5 hours, almost 5 hours. This weekend, it's a big weekend here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro. Now, many of you all, well, maybe you don't know. People who didn't know me don't. I'm a huge baseball fan. You've heard me talk about baseball on the show. I had a chance to play baseball. I'm not going to bore you with my biography right now. There's a man named Larry Doby. If you don't know who Larry Doby is, you don't have to Google it right now. I'll help you out. Larry Doby was the second black man in Major League Baseball. Jackie Robinson, April 15th, 1947, was the first black man to play in the major leagues, played Major League Baseball, of course, the Brooklyn Dodgers. Virtually, we all know that. But how many of you knew about a month later, Larry Doby was brought up to the major leagues by the Cleveland Indians? He was the second black man to play Major League Baseball, the first black man to play for the playing American League, and he played for the Cleveland Indians. And he went on. He managed the Chicago White Sox, my favorite, my childhood team, the one team, along with the Lakers, but the first sports team I fell in love with, still in love with them, the Chicago White Sox. And at one time, Larry Doby was the manager. So this weekend here in the Charleston, South Carolina, we call it the Low Country. Here in Charleston, the Charleston River Dogs baseball team, and shout out to the Charleston River Dogs. They're having Larry Doby weekend. Huge events. They got a special game, and they're going to be recognizing, there was a Little League team, an all-black Little League baseball team, Cannon Street All-Stars. Got an incredible story. But I'll let Chris tell you about that. But let's talk about the Larry Doby weekend here in Charleston with the Charleston River Dogs. And there he is on camera, ladies and gentlemen. You see that handsome lad there? As a matter of fact, he had a stint professional baseball. The Chicago Cubs. I can't hold that against them. I don't root against the Cubs. I'm from the South Side. I love the White Sox. And I remember when they drafted this brother, I was like, damn, how come the White Sox didn't draft him? Then he was also in the farm system for the New York Yankees. He is now, I tell him, the White Sox need him. They need some help. Tim Anderson is hurt. Eloy Jimenez is hurt. They need some help. So Antonio La Russa trying not to get fired. So Rick Hahn, you need to holler at this brother. Anyway, right now he is the director of community outreach for the Charleston River Dogs, here to tell us about everything Larry Doby weekend and the Charleston River Dogs. And he also has a book. So I know he's a modest, humble brother, unlike me, but I want him to promote his book. Say hello to Chris Singleton. My brother, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic. This is an honor to be on with you.
Oh, come on, Chris, man. Listen, I'm not going to bore everybody, but I got a chance to meet this young man several years back. His story, just Google Chris Singleton here. He's got an incredible story, really do. But he's a very inspirational young man. He's an inspiration to me. He really is. The way he carries himself and conducts himself, and in spite of all the challenges that he's had to go through, the smile that he has, the radiant smile that you see that lights up a room, and just a really talented brother. So it gives me hope to see young brothers like yourself coming up. So as they say, you pass the baton. I want to light, or pass the torch. I want to light your torch so we can go ahead and run this race. And then when I'm done running, I'm like, all right, Chris, you got the torch. Go ahead and finish the race, man.
I love it.
So let's talk about the Larry Doby weekend, man.
Yeah. Well, first, man, when I stopped playing professionally, they were already doing this Larry Doby weekend. And when I joined the team as a part of the community outreach program, they basically said, Chris, here are the reins to it. Let's see how we can keep pushing it forward. And it has to do with Black history in baseball. And, I could talk for days about how I think we need more people that look like me, more Black brothers playing the game of baseball, right? But this is a way that we champion the people that are playing, the people that do appreciate it right now. And so throughout the weekend, the first thing we're doing is something called a pitch hit and run competition where we get kids out. They'll see how far they can hit the ball in a straight line, put it on a tee, let them take a hack. They'll run around the bases, and then they'll pitch for accuracy. The really cool thing with this event is that the highest scores will get to play like regional, and then the MLB will actually honor the top people, the top competitors in this event by going to like the All-Star game or something really cool like that. That's the first thing we're doing, and then it just escalates from there because next we got our Larry Doby charity softball game. So Geno, this is where it gets cool for me. This has never been done before, but I wanted to get Black and brown people that celebrate the game of baseball, and business owners, former athletes, people that just love the game to come out and play softball. And, me and you joked off air about, we're going to be relaxed, but if you're competitive, you're going to go out there and have some fun and try to win, right? Yeah. So we're doing that, having fun, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. Then we got the game that night. We actually are having our humanitarian of the year. The River Dogs are doing this award every single year. And I was fortunate and blessed enough to win this award back in 2016 after I lost my mom and tried to, rally people together for unity. But Paul Stoney is the guy that's winning this year. Who's I don't even want to give away all his information because they need to come out and hear about him. But with the YMCA of Greater Charleston down here, been working extremely hard for years and years and years. And people deserve their flowers while they're still here. Yes. And so that's what he's getting recognized. And then on Sunday, we finished it off with the Cannon Street All-Stars, like you said. They got a fantastic book that was already out called Let Them Play. If you don't know about their story, basically, these kids, all Black team, were going to Cooperstown. They were supposed to be able to play in this really, really big, if you don't know baseball, it's just a really big tournament, okay, for all these little leaguers to play. And they went up there, and the team didn't want them to play. They're an all Black team, and so the time when they were playing, it's a lot different for me now. I'm more blessed to be, I guess, in a different day and age where I could play with different kids of different skin colors. But they didn't have that opportunity. So parents, coaches, or whoever it was, they said, hey, we're not playing against this team. And it's so inspiring because here you have kids, right? Kids that just want to play the sport, to go out there. And as the game became integrated and, like we talked about with Jackie Robinson and Larry Doby, it inspired a lot of people, but they didn't have that fair chance back then. So we always honor them at the field every single year for our Larry Doby weekend.
And, let me just say this, Chris. I got a chance to meet 4 of the living members of that baseball team, and I can't remember everybody's name, but it was really an honor to meet those guys. And, because you and I talked, baseball was my first love. So I could have talked their ear off, but it was just wanted to shout them out. And they will be there Sunday too, right?
Absolutely. They'll be there Sunday, yep.
Okay. All right. And so what else is going on with Sunday? So you got the game. You're going to be doing something cool with Negro League jerseys. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So if you don't, again, I'm just trying to make sure the people that don't know baseball like you and I do, right?
Right.
So obviously we had, before Jackie Robinson was playing the MLB, before Larry Doby was playing the MLB, they're playing in the Negro Leagues, right? So we had different teams that were in different cities around the country.
Right.
And we're basically bringing these jerseys back. So we're actually going to be playing as the Newark Eagles is who we're playing as. They have the jerseys. It's going to look awesome, man. We're throwing it back with the Negro League jerseys. And then the opposing team is going to be the Homestead Grays is the opposing team.
Wow.
And I talked to the Red Sox affiliate team who's actually coming into play. Okay. And they got a couple of brothers on the team. And I was talking to them before they were hitting batting practice. We try to, chop it up with one another. The mistakes I made, the things I wish I would have done when I was playing, just giving them game like you give me game, right? And so we were doing that, and they were excited about being able to wear those Negro League jerseys. So that's what we're doing on Sunday. Everybody's going to be decked out in the throwback Negro League uniforms.
So what time is the game Sunday? And then talk about Saturday, the celebrity, and just talk about the whole weekend. So if anyone has a kid that wants to participate in like this pitch, hit, and throw contest, if they can enter that, how old, what's the age range, and where can parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles sign up their kids?
Man, yeah, the beautiful thing about this is I can do a lot of this stuff for free this weekend, right? I'm so passionate about getting people to celebrate Black history in baseball and celebrate Larry Doby. People that want tickets, like they're like, man, Chris, this sounds awesome, but I don't know if I want to pay for a ticket. I've never been to a game before. They can email me personally, csingleton@riverdogs.com, and I can give away free tickets to every single young brother, young sister, mom, grandma, auntie. Everybody can come to the game.
Beautiful.
And don't have to worry about cost of admission. So csingleton at riverdogs.com for tickets. And then for this event, for the kids, they can go to riverdogs.com and they should see on the front page of how they can click and register for this pitch hit and run event.
Okay, so they have to sign up online. If they don't have access to the internet, can they come to the game and sign up? How does that work?
Yeah, so this is going to be before the game on Saturday. So it's going to be 9 a.m.
Okay.
is a pitch hit and run event. So in a perfect world, they could find, internet, but if they can't, they can call up the River Dogs.
Okay.
843-723-7241, and then we will be able to sign them up that way if they don't have access to internet. We
Give us
want to make sure either way, right? We want to make sure they get signed up if they really want to come out.
Give us that number again.
843-723-7241 for the River Dogs.
And the pitch hit and throw contest is going to be at the Joe?
It is, yeah. It's going to be at the River Dog Stadium.
Okay.
This is, a lot of kids don't get to go on the field like this. So
what an honor.
This is a great opportunity for them.
Man, if I was a kid, I'd lose my mind. You couldn't get me off that field.
No doubt.
So,
and we're going to have, with this charity softball game from 4 to 5 p.m. on Saturday, we want fans to come out for that as well. My goal in this was to have it like just blacked out, right? Every position, as we celebrate Black History in baseball, I wanted to be represented on the field that day.
Yeah.
And so fans can come out to that. Like I said, again, they can email me, csingleton@riverdogs.com for tickets there. But I'm gonna be honest, if they really want to come and they don't know how to email, they don't know how to if they come and they ask for me, I'll make sure that they're able to get in to watch the softball game and the game for sure.
All right, great. And then Sunday, of course, is the game itself. So game time Sunday is what time?
Game time Sunday is going to be 6:05, I believe, p.m. And so we have a game Saturday and Sunday. And both of those are the same timing.
Okay. Now, you're going to honor the Cannon Street All-Stars. Is that going to be before the game or after the game?
Yeah, we're going to do that pregame.
Okay.
So we're going to honor them on the field on Sunday. What we're also doing on Sunday is we're recognizing the RBI program down here in Charleston. And the RBI program basically is revitalizing baseball in inner cities. And what this program basically does is the kids that want to get out and play baseball, maybe they don't have $200 for a bat, maybe they don't have $100 for a glove.
Wow.
This charity softball game is actually funding this program as well, giving them more equipment and then funds for Coach LaRon Johnson, who runs the program, to be able to say, resources won't be a problem with the RBI program down here in Charleston.
Man, that is beautiful. What you're doing is really awesome. What the River Dogs is doing. I'm just so honored to be a part of it and to be affiliated and just to be a vessel to work with you guys. So I am real excited. Now, I know you got to run, but before you run, please share with my viewers. Tell them about your book, man.
Oh man, this is something I'm super excited about. This is my third children's book, and this one's titled "Baseball Around the World." So if you don't know my story, my mission is all about unity. How can we come together and love one another? Despite the fact that I may look a little darker than you, you may look a little lighter than me, you may be speaking Spanish, I speak, whatever it may be, we need to come together and love one another. I think if that would have been shown with my mother's killer, then my mom would still be here. So that's my mission first and foremost. And when I write these books, it's got to have some type of multicultural theme. So my book is actually releasing on June 17th, the anniversary of when I lost my mom. I just do it something that day every single year to kind of take my mind off of the tragedy. Yeah. And we'll have these books in stores at the River Dogs, every local bookstore here in Charleston. It'll be on Amazon. Again, it's called Baseball Around the World. And we're actually teaching the game of baseball, how it's played in Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Japan, Puerto Rico, the U.S., Canada, Italy, like baseball everywhere. And I'm hopeful that when people see this and they're like, man, they play this sport in Japan, they learn about the Japanese culture, or, they learn about these different amazing ball players like David Ortiz or Albert Pujols. Like, where do these guys come from? And they'll learn from this book as well.
I love that. I love that, man. And I love and admire how you've turned tragedy into triumph, man. I want to honor your mom. I've heard people say that when you mention our ancestors who are among up in heaven, they're never forgotten. And even though they're not with us physically, they are with us because their spirit is inside of us. It is who we are. So let's honor your mom and give your mom a shout out, man.
Thank you, man. So Sharona Coleman Singleton is my mom. No longer here in the flesh, but definitely here in the spirit. As Maya Angelou said, I come as one, but stand as 10,000. So my mom is definitely in that 10,000 that I'm trying to push forward for.
Beautiful, man. Well, my mom is watching, so I'm gonna let you run before me and you before we both punk out and start crying. I am just so proud of you, young man. Chris Singleton, give everybody their contact information if they want to get tickets to bring their kids or grandkids or nieces or nephew or just some kids in the neighborhood that they coach or mentor, how they can contact you and get tickets to come out and
absolutely. Again, the email is csingleton@riverdogs.com, and the number that they can call is 843-723-7241, and they can just ask for Chris Singleton and say that I sent them for some tickets this weekend.
All right, so I will see you. Hey, listen, I'll let you run because I know you got to run. Now, I played the same position because you played center field.
Yes.
So I played center field. So I've been fortunate, no knee surgeries, but I don't have the 4.3 speed I had about 30 years ago. So I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have to DH because I'm pretty sure that I would be a little more defensive liability. My hands are good. My hands and my eyes are good. I still know how to get a jump, but the range may not be quite the same. So I'll let you figure that out, Coach. We're
gonna have a great time. Yeah. We're gonna have a great time.
But I can. Now I got that stick, so I can DH for sure. I can still run, but center field, you covering a lot of territory, man. But I'm just so excited just to hang out with you. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Singleton, he is the director of community outreach for the Charleston River Dogs. And just please purchase his book. Can people go to Amazon? Also, is the book going to be in like bookstores, in brick and mortar stores?
Yeah, it is. It's going to be in bookstores. It's also going to be every local store down here is going to be there as well.
So when can people order it now on Amazon? And when can
they can order and pre-order it now. So
when is
they
the release?
Go to ChrisSingleton.com. They'll see all that information there as well.
And give us that release date again.
June 17th is the release date.
Oh, beautiful. All right, next Friday, a week from tomorrow. So make sure you all get that. All right, Chris, thank you, my brother. I know you got to run. Listen, you always have a home here on the Geno Jones Show. As a matter of fact, if you don't mind, I'd love to have you. So we're going to talk a little baseball because you love the game. I love the game. So, we got the All-Star game coming up, and as the season progresses, I'm worried about my White Sox. As a matter of fact, they lost to the Dodgers, the Yankees. The Yankees are doing well. The Cubs are rebuilding. So, let's chop it up and talk some baseball and kind of promote the game, use our platforms to promote the game and show some love to a sport that we both love so much.
Absolutely, man. I'm definitely down. We can have some fun.
There's your young king. There's your little man. What's his name?
This is my little slugger right here, too.
What's his name?
This is CJ, Chris Jr.
All right, CJ. All right, man. Listen, hey, you're blessed, boy. You got some great parents, and you got a great role model right there, your dad. All right, man. I love it. Family first.
Thank you.
That's just another reason, man, that I admire you so much as a young brother. Go do your thing. Take care of your family, and I'll see you Saturday, okay?
All right, see you soon.
All right, see you, CJ. Nice to meet you.
See you. Bye.
I love it. Oh, that's beautiful. This young man, Chris, he is really just a fantastic young brother. He really is. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Please subscribe to my show and channel right here on YouTube. Tell everybody you know and you don't know. Everybody that you like, that you love, you can't stand, you hate, strangers, aliens. Tell them all to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show, the Geno Jones channel. Share this episode, share this in every episode, like this in every episode, and go back and binge watch this in every episode. Copy the link, copy and paste it. You can screen grab about 60 seconds of it, put it up on TikTok, put it up on Facebook in your stories and Instagram on your stories. Do your thing with it. You got my permission. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Kel be cutting up. He be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist. She's in charge of the drip, along with Bruce Gage. The drip, the fashions of the Geno Jones Show. Allie is on Instagram. Fashion designer, fashion design major. Lexi with 2 X's, LEXXIE dot Nicole _ That's that little like dash at the bottom, designs. Lexi with 2 X's, LEXXIE dot Nicole _ dash below, designs. And Bruce Gage is on Instagram. Miglio D Mario Uomo. That's MIGILIO DIMARIO UOMO. MIGILIO Miglio DID Mario MARIO UOMO. Mario Uomo. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Once again, thanks to Chris Singleton with the Charleston River Dogs. Hey, listen, call that number if you missed it. If you're watching me live when the show's over, go back and rewind, write the number down, write the email address. That's chris@chrissingleton.com. I can give you the email address. chris@chrissingleton.com. Get your kids involved in baseball. I got a nephew. Shout out to Jeshua Jones. He's in Chicago playing baseball in Chicago. Let me just do something here, ladies and gentlemen. I just need to click that button and get out of there. There we go. All right, he's a baseball player, going to continue his baseball career. A lefty. I'm like right-handed on the right side. I dabble with switch hitting, but bat right, throws right. All right, everybody. Oh, before I get out of here tonight, it's Thursday. God, where's the time of the days going? Tonight, you've got, they call it the January 6th hearings in the Congress. I've said so much about this, but anyway, there's going to be video that we haven't seen about the insurrection. Our nation was attacked by domestic terrorists, other Americans who wanted to anytime you try to overthrow the government, that's illegal. Violently overthrow the government. I'm going to address a guy named Jack Del Rio. He is one of the coaches on the Washington Generals, the NFL football team, and help him understand the difference between peaceful protesters, and you had some among peaceful protesters that engaged in some violence, and some of those were planted. Some of those were people who didn't believe in the protests, which basically was protesting police brutality and the open murder of black men on video, like George Floyd, that protest, and try to compare that to the violent attempt to overthrow this nation's government on January 6th of 2021. So those hearings are tonight. I don't need to see anything else. I saw it live in real time, but I'll watch some of it. I know I'll see the highlights, but I'll watch it. But I'll address that tomorrow because I didn't get into it today. I know folks are like, man, Geno, you have anything to say about what Jack Del Rio said? Don't worry. Don't worry. You know me. I ain't gonna let it pass. I didn't get you today, but I got you tomorrow. 6:30. I close with this. Please be blessed. Let's pray for peace. Thanks for watching. Hey, mother. I see you watching. What's up, Groove Master Dre? Thanks, everybody.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.